Hi guys, this is Anastasiia here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna talk about top 10 mistakes first-time home buyers make and how to avoid them. Let's start. My lovely first-time home buyers, it's so nice to see you here watching my video. Before we actually jump into the mistakes you make, oops, you're not gonna be making them after you watch this video. But before we do that, I want to tell you a little pro tip, okay? So listen carefully. You as a buyer do not pay real estate commission. So for you, literally, it's free to work with a real estate agent. And trust me, a good real estate agent is gonna make the whole process of buying real estate so much easier for you, and they're gonna make sure that you're not making any mistakes along the way. So go ahead and find your real estate agent from the very beginning. Just make sure you find a good one, okay? So first mistake first-time homebuyers make is you start looking for a home before talking to a lender. Without actually knowing how much you can afford, you're just wasting your time. You might be thinking you can afford a $700,000 house, and you start looking at all these listings, and then you find one online with this huge ceiling and beautiful beautiful kitchen, and you fall in love with it, and then you actually talk to a lender, and a lender is like, you know guys, you can actually only afford $500,000. You're like, what? Wait, no, but this kitchen. Guys, don't make this mistake. Before you actually start looking, if you're serious about looking, of course, if you're not just, hey, I don't have what to do today, so I'm gonna go online and just search listings. But if you're serious about looking, do not make this mistake. Talk to a lender first, or talk to a real estate agent and ask them to refer you to a lender who can look at your credit and let you know how much you can afford. Second mistake actually comes out of the first one, and it is this: talking to only one lender. Think about mortgage as shopping for a car. When you're shopping for a car, you go to one dealership, you go to another dealership, you actually visit at least 3, I guess. When I was shopping for a car, I think we went to like 7 dealerships, and you let those dealerships pull your credit and see what they can offer you based on your credit, and it doesn't hurt it because you're in that shopping window. So it works the same with actually shopping for a lender who will give you money to buy your house. It actually pays back because you can be saving thousands of dollars in origination fees and any other fees a lender might charge. It also pays back to compare the rates and the terms that a bank gives you versus a private lender company gives you. So do not make this mistake. Talk to at least 2 or 3 lenders and compare rates. You can be saving thousands of dollars. Mistake number 3, not looking into the first-time homebuyer assistance programs. So with this mistake, you might be thinking that if you do not have a 20% down payment on your bank account, you might not be able to purchase a home. That is not true, because there are multiple first-time home buyer assistance programs actually specifically designed to help those people who want to become homeowners. Makes sense, right? To name just a few of them, there's a VA. It is for veterans. If you're a veteran, you might be able to buy a home with 0% down. There are USDA programs, US Department of Agriculture, that lets you have a really small down payment to purchase a property, and there are also other state programs. So make sure you explore these, or better, ask your lender or your real estate agent what programs are available for you. It's free to ask. It doesn't cost you anything. You're getting this valuable information from them because they are professionals who work in this industry, and they're gonna help you. Mistake number 4. After you've done all of this, you talk to a lender before you started looking for a house. You talk to actually 2 or 3 lenders. You compared rates. You learned about the assistance programs. The 4th mistake you might make is buying a house that is more than you can actually afford. So what this means is, let's say you are approved for a $700,000 loan. Congrats! That's great. That's an awesome price. You can afford a lot in this price range in Chicago. But let's say you are a single guy or a single girl, or you're a married couple and this is your starter home. You're a first-time home buyer, and all you need now is just a place that you can own and start building equity in, versus paying for somebody's mortgage, right? Paying rent so that they can pay their mortgage. So do you actually need like a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home? I don't know. What can you say? Do you? Sometimes all you need might be a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. So think about this. When choosing the house you can afford, you want to concentrate on how big your monthly payment is gonna be. Even though the lender approves you for that much, it doesn't mean you need that much, okay? Don't make that mistake. So, mistake number 5 is draining your savings. What does it mean? Any house you buy, no matter if it's a pre-owned house or if it's a new construction, you will need some money set aside for unexpected expenses that might come out when you buy this property. You know, yes, you're gonna have an inspection done on the property, and even if inspector in their report say that it's a great property, no major problems, you will still need this money because things come up. I'll tell you what. In this apartment that I currently live in, we had a new neighbor who purchased a unit on the 1st floor, and about 2 weeks after he purchased, there was a huge problem with the pipes. The pipes were leaking because when they renovated or they converted this building in like 1970s or so, something they did was wrong, and it was okay for some time, but then the problem kind of emerged and there was a huge leakage, and he had water coming into his apartment, the apartment he bought 2 weeks ago. So for things like that, you want to have money set aside. That's why you don't want to drain your savings completely. Okay, let's move on to mistake number 6, and it is fixating on the house more than on the neighborhood. This is very important, guys, because you don't want to buy the best house in the worst neighborhood. You want to buy the worst house in the best neighborhood. When you look for a house, you have to look for the bones, you have to look for the structure, you have to look for the layout. The cosmetics can be changed. You don't like the wall color, you can paint it, okay? But you need to make sure that the neighborhood you're deciding to settle in is the one you actually like, is the one you're gonna enjoy. So make sure before you buy that house, or actually when you go on a showing or when you go on an open house to a new neighborhood for you, make sure you, after the showing, you just walk around, like see how you like it. Does it feel like you like it? Do you like other houses on the street? Do you like, I don't know, little businesses on the main street, or whatever that might be. Is there a school next to the house you are about to buy? Do you like it? And stuff like that. Are neighbors smiling at you? Make sure you check out the neighborhood before you buy the house, because this is important that you actually like the neighborhood you are in. Okay, so mistake number 7, and this is an important one, so listen to me guys. Not budgeting for closing costs. And believe me when I tell you this, many real estate agents are not gonna tell you this. During the buyer consultation, the initial buyer consultation, you have to go over all costs that come into play when you buy a property. But sometimes closing costs are omitted from this conversation, and I have no idea why. So closing costs is something that you will have to pay. They are not a part of your down payment. Earnest money are a part of your down payment, but closing costs are not. And closing costs consist of things like title fee, attorney fee, inspection fee, mortgage origination fee, and things like that. And they can actually be about 2 to 4% of the purchase price of the house you are buying. So make sure that if you are buying a $300,000 condo, you have about $6,000 set aside for the closing costs. Now, keep in mind that, of course, it can be negotiated. Sometimes sellers pay closing costs. Sometimes closing cost is divided between buyer and seller. There are a lot of options, but this is something you need to keep in mind and you need to be ready for. Okay, mistake number 8 is underestimating the cost of home ownership, especially if you buy a house. So what does that mean? After you buy a home, monthly bills start stacking up. You're going to have your water bill, your gas bill, your electricity bill, and you will have to take care of all of that. And these are some things that bank do not care about when they approve you for a mortgage. So make sure you have set aside at least 3 months of your estimated gas bill, water bill, electricity bill, cable bill, internet bill, whatever you might have there. This is gonna just save you so much headache, and you will not be stressing about, oh my gosh, where do I get this money? I just spent everything on the down payment, okay? Okay, so mistake number 9. We are almost there, guys. Just bear with me a couple more minutes. Mistake number 9 is actually confusing pre-qualification and pre-approval. What? There are 2 types? Yep. So when you get pre-qualified, it does not mean you're gonna get the loan. It does not guarantee you are gonna get the loan. When you get pre-approved, that guarantees you are gonna get the loan, unless you're gonna do some stupid things like buy a car a week before you get the loan. So pre-approval is usually conditioned on your financial situation not changing from the information you initially provided when applying. So this is really important, guys. You need to be pre-approved to be able to move quickly, because if I take you on a showing and you see the property you love, you fall in love with the kitchen, you love everything, the layout, everything about it, the outdoor space, and you say, okay, Anastasiia, I want this. Let's submit an offer now. If we do not have a pre-approval from the lender, well, I'm gonna tell you this. First of all, I would probably not take you on a tour if you're not pre-approved, because it just puts me in a bad light. And then second of all, our offer without pre-approval is not even gonna be looked at seriously. Like the seller and the listing agent will be like, what? Like they submitted an offer and they're not pre-approved? Do not even look at this like this is a serious offer. So this is very important, guys. Do not confuse pre-approval and pre-qualification. You need to be pre-approved to be able to move fast. Okay, so the last mistake that you first-time home buyers make is choosing the wrong real estate agent. Yeah, this is my favorite one. Okay, in the world of online listings and Zillow, Redfin, and all these other platforms, you might be thinking that, okay, I actually can do everything just by myself. I don't need an agent. Well, let me remind you this. Our services for you as a buyer are free. So why don't you choose a person you want to partner up with? Because being a real estate agent is not about being a salesperson anymore. It changed. Like, you have access to listings that we have access to. Well, we might find some other property that is off market and you don't see it, but anyway, you have access to so many things right now. You have access to resources, you have access to important information you as a buyer need to know. So the role of real estate agent has changed, and it's important to choose a partner who can give you a valuable advice on how to on the next move you need to make, because we have additional knowledge and we have access to market data. We are in this industry. This is our world. Real estate is our world, and you want a person who can guide you through this world with confidence. This is what you need in real estate agent. So make sure you feel good about the person you decide to partner up with, okay? If you feel like the real estate agent that caught your information on an open house that you went to, and now he or she are bombarding you with listings and emails and phone calls, and you just do not feel like this person, like you connect with this person and you want this person to be a trusted advisor, do not sign with this person. Keep looking and you'll find your perfect partner to help you navigate complex real estate transactions. Alright guys, I hope this video was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new from it. I try to make sure my content brings value to you. Oh, and by the way, all the information that I just told you about, I have it as a list accessible, and I also created a checklist where you can actually print it out and go like box by box, checking out things that you've done. So if you want to get this list email to you, my email information is in the description below. Just send me an email like, hey Anastasiia, can you send me this list please? I'm interested, and I'm gonna send it to you for free. Wow. Okay, enough being silly. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also out there in Facebook and Instagram, and I'll be happy to see you guys there as well. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye bye!